Let's make a plant-based butternut squash and pear soup. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we're going to make this delicious butternut squash and pear soup. And this was a recipe that was sent in to me by one of our supporting members, Dahlia Allman. I think I'm saying that right. She wanted me to make a plant-based version of her delicious soup. And I made it, and it is absolutely delicious, so I had to share it with you guys. So thank you, Dahlia. All right, so we are going to start with our onions. This is one onion diced that we're just going to saute until it's just lightly browned, and then we'll move on to our other ingredients. Okay, now for our next ingredients. And I just love this soup, especially right now because we're using stuff that's in season. We're going to use some butternut squash and some pears. So first we're going to put in our butternut squash. I cubed it up, of course peeled it, cubed it up, and it's about 2.5 cups. And then 2 pears, the same, just cubed up. And the size doesn't matter because this is a blended soup, so just as long as they're small enough so they'll cook up well. And then we have 1/2 teaspoon of thyme and 1/2 teaspoon of coriander, powdered coriander. Okay, to that we're going to add 1 liter of low sodium vegetable broth. And we're just going to cook this on medium-high until the butternut squash and the pears are nice and soft. So I would say about 15 minutes. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of free printable recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook series, are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting membership community. So if you love our recipes, I invite you to join us on our mission to make plant-based cooking easy, and follow the link in the description to become a supporting member today. There's no denying the plant-based diet is a nutrient powerhouse, but did you know there are a handful of hard-to-get nutrients even well-crafted diets are often lacking? The latest research suggests that complementing your diet with a few specific vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s will help boost your energy and keep you thriving for the long term. That's why my daily health routine includes Complement Essential. Complement Essential contains the 8 critical nutrients lacking from most plant-based diets in dosages optimized specifically for us. As a special discount for our viewers, just use code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout to save 15% off of your order. Okay, so now that your squash is soft, we're going to add our remaining ingredients here. I've got 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and that's going to give it a real nice buttery, rich flavor. 1 tablespoon of miso paste, and this is a dark miso paste, but you could also use like a low sodium tamari, that would be great too. And then 1 cup of unsweetened soy milk, or whatever plant-based milk you like. I would always just stress that it's unsweetened, because, that will give it a strange flavor. And then some cracked pepper. And all of our spices today are from our partner Essential Organics, who carry over 600 organic products. And if you want to check them out, you can use the code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout for 10% off your order. And we're going to save the pecans. We're going to toast up a few and chop them up really small, and that will be for our garnish as well as some sliced pear. So I'm going to let this simmer just for a couple of minutes while I get out my blender, and we're going to start blending this. Okay, now it's time to blend. You can either use an immersion blender or you can do it in a regular blender, but just like small batches at a time, and make sure that you vent the lid so that it doesn't like pop it off and kind of like explode. All right, so we're just going to blend this until it's really nice and creamy. Okay, we're done. If you want to come in and take a look and see how creamy and beautiful it is. Oh, just gorgeous. All right, so now all that's left is a taste. So I'm gonna grab a bowl and a spoon and I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Okay guys, let's go in for a taste. Oh wow, it's so pretty. It's so pretty and it smells delicious. And to garnish it, I've got some little pear slices here and some toasted pecans. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. I love a creamy soup. And this is rich and delicious. And then it has just the slightest hint of sweetness from the pears. Delicious. You're gonna love it. Come on back next week for another great recipe.